Hi, this is NVIDIA Cosmos Cookoff 2026 submission demo video. So I actually tried to use Cosmos Reason 2 for my own project as a gesture detection project. It can do stuff like open and close mission control, swipe left, swipe right, and I'm trying to replace the traditional trackpad. The thing with the trackpad is that the touch itself is the intent. So if I touch it, it already knows that I wanted to perform some actions. But if you turn that into camera like this, it actually has to be tracking my hand at all times. Because it doesn't exactly know when I'm gonna do the gesture or when I wanted to perform some actions on computer. So this brings in a lot of problems where if I try to scratch my head, it would swipe left. If I rest my hand on the chin, it swipes right. These are all false positive problems, and I was stuck on this for a while. Can you hard code all of those negative cases? You can, but then the thing is, you run into scalability issue where you can't scale up. What if I wanted 20 gestures or 100 gestures? There's no way you can possibly hard code all of those hard negative cases. So a better approach is to use Cosmos Reason 2 as more of an intention verifier. So no matter how many gestures that you have, Cosmos Reason 2 is going to be able to look at the action, reason, and then do a higher level thinking and then try to read the user intention. Did the user intend to do that or not? So this is the architecture that I came up with. The web app is the one that you just saw. So there's a student machine learning model, local and lightweight because we need it to be fast. And then there's Cosmos Reason 2, and that works as a teacher model. It goes through this feedback loop and then it teaches student model over time. And then as the machine learning model improves its performance, it goes through phase 1, 2, and 3. So we can slowly come off of Cosmos as its performance increases. And this is how it looks like. On the left, you see student model running, and where on the right, we're calling Cosmos and then comparing their decisions. So this is how the feedback loop it looks inside. Let me turn on the safe mode so I can show you. So as I was going through iterations of prompt to Cosmos, I realized only at the end of the iteration, I realized I should put yawning is unintentional. I haven't done that for 9 iterations before that. But all I have to do is add one sentence to the prompt and tell Cosmos that yawning isn't intentional, and it gets it. But my traditional machine learning model that's in local, it doesn't get that yet because it hasn't been trained on yet. So if I try to do a yawning motion like this, you can see that a student model just fired a couple of them thinking the yawning motion I want action. But Cosmos just came back and rejected both of them because Cosmos, just by one sentence, knows the yawning isn't intentional. So Cosmos can actually accumulate all of those logs, and then when it comes back and teaches my student model, it's going to be able to improve and filter all of those false positive cases and improves its performance over time. So it already has been pretty great. It's already been trained on a couple of false positive cases like this. If I head scratch, chin rest, all of those, like it's not firing, but that has been getting improved over iterations, and hopefully more data, and as it accumulates it's going to be able to pick up yawning too. And all it took was one sentence to Cosmos. So if Cosmos is this great, then why don't I use it all the time? So that was my option number one. But problem is, as you saw, it takes about 5 to 8 seconds for it to come back. And that's a latency issue. I'm running on Mac Air, so I can't run Cosmos Reason on my machine. And but I still need something to act live. So if I were to do this, and then if that took 5 to 8 seconds for Cosmos to determine and then comes back, no one would use my product. It has to be an instant. So I think this model architecture can be used in various different applications where it needs a very fast, low latency, but then over time it can learn from Cosmos and get the brain of Cosmos. its reasoning capabilities over time as it improves. So I think this can be applied to many different cases, not just gesture detection, but it could be a lot of different edge device cases on physical AI, where one cannot always bring around Jetson Thor or a DGX Spark. So I think it has a lot of possibilities. So that was my demo. Thank you.